And welcome to the weekly update video. This is version 1.5.6, the body armor update. Alright, so let's go through this. Dear Stormworks, in this update we add 4 new outfits: light, medium, and heavy body armor, and bomb disposal. If you have the weapons DLC enabled, these outfits give additional ballistic protection for small caliber rounds, or in the case of the bomb disposal outfit, explosions. So this looks here like that's the bomb disposal one there. Looks like they're disposing a bomb. Many players have been asking for weapons DLC updates, and we're really excited to bring this new update. Even if you don't have the DLC, these new outfits are still available with cosmetic-only functions. This is one of the really great things I think they did. Um, a lot of people ask, you see constantly in the forums people asking, I don't have the DLC, why do I have the parts? Or, I'm trying to use the weapons parts and they don't work. And, a lot of games, they kind of gate off parts of the community where they'll do an update or they'll do a DLC and you have no access to any of it, and it really splits the community. And a lot of, I would say, shady devs, shady companies do this on purpose to try to quote unquote force people to buy the update. Looking at UEA, it was kind of like with Battlefield. If you didn't have the DLC for Battlefield, you often couldn't play on servers that had the DLC. So what you had is you had some of the community, especially people who just had the base game, who couldn't even play on the servers that there might have been one or two servers, so it really gated that community. It was kind of a scummy way to do it, and I really like how the Stormworks devs did this, where if you don't own weapons DLC, you still get all the parts, and that's for a number of reasons. One, I would say the most important reason is, one thing I've been using lately for ballasting and decoration is battle cannon segments. And the reason I do that is they weigh 40 weight, or 40 mass, let's say, for a 3-block space, where if you took weight blocks, that would be 30. So they're more massive than weight blocks. And so not only are they good for decoration, like on axles, especially the axles tend to need to be 3 wide, you can also get a nice heavy block really low. And so, for example, Vrijo has on the active stabilization system, there's a battle cannon block on there to make it heavier and more compact. Well, if you didn't have weapons DLC, you wouldn't be able to download Vrijo, or when you download it, that piece would be missing. So it was really great that the devs made it so that even if you don't have the DLC, you still get the blocks for cosmetic reasons. Now, you can't fire them or use them, but you still get them cosmetically, which is, I think, a really good way to go. It makes it so that it doesn't split the community. You can download any of my mods with weapons parts on it, even if you don't have the DLC. They just won't fire. And actually, I very rarely build weapon stuff, so you don't have to worry about that anyways. But so I think that was a good path to do, and they did that with these. They did that with these cosmetic. Or they did that with these armors. Is they made them cosmetic as well. So it doesn't seem like the most reasonable thing to be walking around if you don't have weapons DLC enabled, looking all armored up. But if you want to, you can. Also, if another thing to think about is, let's say somebody puts something on the workshop. Let's say it's an APC, right? And the APC, in the back of the APC, has a bunch of armor stored, so that the people who are riding the APC could put on armor. Well, let's say you don't have weapons DLC and you don't want to use weapons DLC. Let's say you're a train guy and all you like to do is haul things with trains. Well, you may want to put a bunch of APCs on one of your train cars just for RP and for fun, to look like you're towing military vehicles. Well, you can do that without having parts missing. So that's really good. I like the, I just I took a little aside there to talk about that, because I think that's the right way to do this DLC. And they're hinting at DLC in the future. So let's say one of the, I would say, most requested features that I've seen is fishing. Well, some people may have zero interest in fishing, especially the people who are primarily focused on weapons may have no interest in fishing. But some of those fishing parts might look great on a build, or might be part of a build that they need. And so as they add more DLCs, which I think they should, and I think they should add some more paid DLCs, um, you know, it's. I think this is the right way to do it, to make it so they're cosmetic only if you don't own it, and if you do have it, they have their function. All right, let's continue. We're also adding several important bug fixes and improvements. Please see the patch notes below for full details. So we'll definitely go through that. I think a lot of people don't read the bug fixes and patch notes. You'll see every time the Reddit's filled with comments, why is it doing this? What happened to this? And as usual, they're in the patch notes. Patch notes are big. As always, we're continuing to work on more fixes, improvements, minor updates, major updates. The next few minor updates will include new components, and we'll announce more soon. I am a huge sucker for new components. I got a little scared. You know, Delta. I think it was Deltars. I'm not sure. One of the devs did a Q&A with Jersey, and was saying, "Oh, you know, I don't want to do." I think it was armor. You know, and if I'm misspeaking, somebody please correct me. But you know, they're saying that oh, I don't want to do a, you know, add armor blocks or add different weight blocks or something like that. We already have 600 blocks, and it scared me because, you know, ideally in my mind, this game should have thousands of blocks. You know, the more blocks, the merrier for me. You know, as somebody who enjoys the engineering of the game, the more components, the better. I'm not afraid of having too many blocks. I think if we had thousands of blocks, you know, it might start running into game limitations. But if we had thousands of different blocks, I think that's even better. It allows us to do more complex engineering, which to me is what the game is all about, and that's the part of the game that I really enjoy. So I really, every time I see new components, even if it's not something that I'm going to use for its function, I might use it for decoration. That's really exciting to me. So I'm really looking forward to new components. And I like the look of. We'll actually go over what some of this update is about. I really like the look of these. You know, they look pretty different. Like, you know, you have no ballistic face shield. This probably is light armor here. Looks like, I don't know if he's able to hold more armor or more ammo or something with that. I like the long socks or the boots. Yeah, I like the look of the you know, the ability to different color. Handlebar mustache with the face shield is pretty cool. The looks like bomb disposal, and this looks like the heavy. It looks like an Alton helmet. As a Escape from Tarkov fan, I like saying that. All right, we look forward to hearing your thoughts and feedbacks on the new update. Much love, Stormworks developers. This here is going to be filled with crying and complaining, so I'm not going to go into the comments section. Patch notes 1.5.6. Changes that include a number relate to fixes or features submitted by the Stormworks community via the bug request in-game. So that's kind of nice, actually. I like that. I don't know if that's new, this one. It seems like it is. This is the only place you should be posting requests and bug features. I do it sometimes, or I'll be like, oh yeah, that'd be really cool to have fishing or something like that. But and I like the theory crafting. I like the community talking about, you know, what we'd like to see in the game. But if you actually want to put in a feature request, this is the only place they're going to see it. You know, it's a small dev team. They're not going to go into Reddit. They're not going to go into this discussion or the general discussion and fish through there to see, I want fishing. This is where they're going to see it, because one thing, this probably has numbers associated. If we look back up here, you know, they talk about how many players have been asking for weapons DLC updates. I guarantee that, you know, they have a number counter on here, and if they're seeing, hey, more weapons DLC, and they see like 1,000 people supporting that, they know, hey, the community is telling us on the official that they want more weapons DLC parts. That will be something that people will enjoy. Let's work on that, because they want to, you know, the most bang for the buck. They want to go after. They want their time to be spent most wisely, and so if a large number of people want a certain part or a certain feature, that's what they're going to go after. So when people put, I want fishing somewhere other than here, this is the best place to get it actually accomplished, because those of us who want it can go on there and support it, and they see, wow, look, you know, 2/3 of the community want fishing. Well, that's likely. That's how you get a major update, is posting there. So that's what I would suggest. Alright, so posting submission of this tractor ensures we review your suggestions / report since we may not see reports submitted via other channels. So you know, exactly what I was just saying is post it here if you want it. Please, you know, it's the best way to get it done. Feature functional weapons outfits, and those are the numbers. So that must have been people requesting it, and those are the request numbers. In this update, we've added 5 new updates. We talked about that. I like that it slows the player down. That's cool. That's something that happens in Tarkov. You wear the heavier armor you wear, the slower you go, the more stamina drain you have. Now, of course, it's not as complex in Stormworks, but it slows you down, and that is so you have to make the decision. Or else everybody would be wearing the quote-unquote meta armor, which I hate metas. They'd be wearing heavy armor or bomb disposal everywhere because there'd be no reason not to. And so by adding a player movement speed, you have to choose, do I want to be able to run faster or do I want to be able to take more stuff? There's a helmet that reduces headshot damage. Okay, let's go through the fixes. Player now orients to the look direction when walking using walk hotkey. I wasn't sure what they were doing before. Maybe you'll be able to strafe them. Here's a bug audio settings tab sliders not applying correctly, so hopefully that's fixed. Default weapon script breaking when failing to spawn a turret. Not sure about that. I don't use weapons DLC too much. Fix on button press event interactions with instrument panel buttons. Not sure what was going on with that. I haven't been having any instrument panel issues, so that might have been a rare case or one that I just haven't run into. Updated several component descriptions that were using hard-coded hotkeys and descriptions, so I'm not sure about that, but again, that's good. Adjusted mounted and effector raycast to be in with the component. Mesh issues between Arctic Airport and Main Island. I think this might be that missing part of the bridge. It's kind of gotten the meme level, and it's been pretty funny. And in a couple, let me see if it's here. Where is it? Right here. This is actually the picture they posted. If you notice, there's a section missing in the bridge here. And so somebody posted a picture of a work crew there fixing it, and so the devs even put that up, so they kind of had some fun with that. So I hope that's what this is. That would be kind of cool if they fix that. And I like that it was kind of cheeky that they put it up on their own thing, that was missing. Gyro now creates editor warning when electric is not connected. So that's, I would assume that's when you're building and it gives you that little, you do the check and it gives you a warning that the gyro is not connected. A lot of people, especially newer players, talk about my helicopter's flipping all around. So that's another thing I think to help people tell you that it's not connected. Spear gun, spelling error. Leaks now occur for voxels that take more than 1 damage in a single instance. So I think people were talking about how, for example, their ship was getting damaged. There was visual damage where it gets that little gray squiggly that the block is damaged, but the water was no longer leaking in. So I assume that's what this is, that it's fixing that. So again, this is not a huge update for me. Parts-wise, just because I don't do weapons DLC very much, if at all. But I'm glad that the weapons DLC community and the people who enjoy that are getting some more parts. As they said here, a lot of players have been asking for it, so I'm glad that they're going after this. It also excites me that as they tick off a weapons DLC thing, they'll probably move towards something else. It seems like they do a good job of throwing the love around. We had, down here we had steam pistons, which is for especially the train community. People have been asking for that, so they hit that. Then they went to weapons DLC. If we kind of look through what they've added, train signals, they've been hitting the train crew for a while. And then it seems like they're adding more and more, like they did the underwater parts. So it seems like they're trying to spread the love around and give different communities parts they can use and want. So, as this is not much of a part for me or an update for me, I'm glad and hopeful that, they'll be adding some more parts that I like to use. So, seems like a really good update. It's always nice to see some fixes, fix some things that have been an issue, and it looks like they still have some majors and minors coming up, and I'm really happy. My favorite thing that I saw here that really interests me is that they're adding um, right here. The next few minor updates will include new components, and we'll announce more soon. So, hopefully in the next few weeks, month, whatever, we'll be getting some new parts. And I'm really excited to see what those are. I always love new parts. It's like Christmas every time we get new parts because that really adds to the dynamics of building. So, thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.